Hello guys, and welcome back to the 22nd part of this course. So in this one I'll be showing you guys how to build a word translator in Python. So what's this word translator gonna do for us? It's gonna take a word, like whatever we're gonna give it, or a phrase or whatever, then it will translate it to a particular language. And take note, the language that we're gonna be translating this to is gonna be our language. So it's a language that I invented, and let's just go ahead and start doing this. So I want to create a new file over here, and let's name this Word Translator. Word Translator. Okay, the first thing I want to do is this translator would like change the instance of all the vowels to F in our language. Okay, let's just give it a name. Let's say it's Fiedo language. Let's just call that, because it's gonna change all the vowels in our language to F, and it's the Fiedo language, just like there's an English language and there's a Spanish and all that. So it's gonna change all the vowels in the language to F. Let's go ahead and start doing this. And let's say we wanna like define a variable that's fixed. Okay, but before I do this, let me show you guys an example. This is deskfix over here. This is deskfix, and to our language, this is gonna be words now. If you can remember what I told you earlier, I said it's gonna change all the vowels to F. Now D isn't a vowel, it's a consonant, and E is a vowel, so it changes to F. S is a consonant, so it will remain the way it is. P H F is a vowel, so it will change XS. So this is how our language is gonna work. So it will change all the vowels to F in our language. So I hope you enjoy this. Let's just go ahead and start doing something. So I want to define a function, and let's call this translator. And in here I want to pass in phrase. So you could just follow along and let's do this together. So I want to call translation, like it's a variable translation, and let's set this to an empty string. So this is an empty string now. So what we want to do is like basically loop through all the letters in the phrase. If it's a vowel, we want to change it to F. If not, we just leave it and go ahead and continue looking for vowels in all the letters. So let's just go ahead and keep writing the code. Now we want to say for letter in phrase. Okay, for letter in phrase, and we want to say if letter in A-E-I-O-U, which is A-E-I-O-U, that the vowels in English language. I want to use the small letter again, A-E-I-O-U. So I'll explain all this. Let's just go ahead and keep writing all the codes down. So if letter in A-E-I-O-U, then what do we want to do? Now we want to call translation, and we want to say translation, sorry for that, translation plus letter F, like this. Or we could just use a small letter. Let's just use that one over there. Now with this, we want to give an else. It should do what? It should put in translation should be equal to translation. It should be translation plus letter. So translation plus letter. And finally we want to return translation. So let's go ahead and return translation. And finally we want to print translator, which is the function over here. We want to print translator and inputs, then enter a number, enter a word. Here let's just say a word, because it's actually a word translator. So we enter the word, and there's a whole lot of code over here. I hope there is no error, but if there are errors, we just go ahead and debug them. So let's run this now, and it says enter a word. So I want to enter deskfix, and as you can see, it changes all the vowel to F, just like what we did earlier with the example I showed you. It's changed all the vowels to F. So let me go ahead and put another word, then I'll explain what this code over here is doing, what each line of code is doing. So let's put a complex word like to be or not to be. Then we run this, and as you can see, it's changed all the vowels to F. And hopefully this was really interesting. Let's go ahead and explain what all this code here is going to do. We'll first of all define a function translator, then we'll pass in a parameter phrase in there, then we made a variable and set it to an empty string. So this empty string over here is going to house whatever word we want to put into the word translator. So this empty string over here is going to accept whatever word we want to put into the word translator, and hopefully you understand that. Now we use the for loop, then we say for all the whole letters that would be in the phrase that we're going to be passing in. So we say for all the letters that will be in the phrase. For example, let's say this is desfix over here, then we want to check for all the letters that will be in desfix. For all the letters that will be in desfix, so it will go ahead and loop through the letters one by one and get the vowel letters over there. Then let me show you the code, the language that was going to do that. So I said for letter in phrase, and I said if letter in A-E-I-O-U or the smaller letter. So what I actually did here, check if any of this is in the letter that's gonna be passed into the phrase. Just calm down, you should understand this. So I said if any of this over here is gonna be here, for example there is E over here and there's E over here, then what did I say? I said translation, which is this empty string over here, should be equal to translation plus F. So it's gonna get the letter, then add F wherever it sees any word or any letter that's in here. Okay, I know this might be like much to take in at once, but if you don't understand, you could just go back, watch the video a couple times, and this should get to you. And what I did here was say else. I printed translation should be equal to translation plus letter. That means you could just leave it alone, don't do anything. Then I returned translation. I showed you guys how to work with return in the return statement video that we did last. Then over here I just did a very simple thing. I printed translator, which was the function, then called input, which we have also treated and passed in a prompt that should help us identify what to do. Hopefully you understood everything I said here, and if it's much to take in, you could just pause the video, take a deep breath, go back to the video, watch it again, watch it a couple of times, and it should get to you. It should really get stuck in you. So let's go ahead and run this for the last time, and let's say we want to put in another word, and let's say that word is going to be Desfix Academy, and let's run this. Now it says Desfix blah blah blah. Okay guys, there's one more thing that we should do here. In the program, whenever the word translator says a capital letter vowel, it automatically changes it to a small letter. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I mean. Now I should say cat, and all these are in a capital letter. So let's run this. Now, do you notice anything? The C is in a capital letter, the T is in a capital letter, but A now become a small letter. Now it's a small letter, whereas here it's in capital letter. So what's the problem? We need to use a function called .lower, and I showed you guys in the earlier video. So what we need to do over here is come and get rid of this. We should get rid of the capital letters. Okay guys, let's go ahead and check this now. So this was what I did. I just added .lower to the vowel sounds over here, to the vowel letters over here. I added this to it, and I got rid of the capital letter vowels and just retained the small letter over here, and I added the .lower function. Now let's go ahead and run this again, and as you can see, when I put in cat, everything now stays in capital letter, and when I put in something like to be or to be not, everything remains in capital letter. Okay guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you learned how to do something new today in Python, and if you did, do not forget to drop a like on this video and a comment, and do not forget to subscribe if you haven't done already, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye and stay safe for now.